Alright, so this is the Z30, and this is the creator kit. It includes the Z30 camera, Nikkor ZDX16 to 50 millimeters VR lenses, Rode Video Micro 2 Ultra Compact on camera microphone, small rig, tripod grip, and the Nikon Bluetooth remote control unit, which I haven't really got to work at all. Where is that? That's this here. Okay, so that's that there. Now I want this to follow up because you must have been wondering, gee, has it worked for you? Yeah. So make sure you're using this cable that is supplied. Not the colorful red one. Make sure you use this cable and plug it into. This is the mic jack. You gotta plug it in this one. Trust me. Once and you set it to auto, and if you're gonna just do voice, then do voice or do widescreen. It's settings inside the camera that will help you there. So, yeah. Make sure you use that cable. Do not use the red one. It won't work. I don't really know why they even supply it in the box when they know it won't work. It'll work on other devices, but not this unit here. So, how is this working out for me? I made a couple of videos on my other channels. This channel, the tech channel, I will be making a video on there as well. But I'm shooting this on, because I don't have a spare camera to use. But I'm shooting on this camera here. So we're going to do a video. This is the lens cover. And this is the lens that comes with it. Kind of hard to do with one hand. Alright, forget that. And then you can, right now it's locked. You can unlock it. Let's see. It should go like that. See, then it's unlocked. Now remember, this part here. Let's see. I think I have to take it off to take it off. I can't do it with one hand. That's screwed on. Yeah. So it doesn't come with this piece here. That's what I bought, an add-on to it. Okay. And it helps with shadow and lighting. Okay. Now to get this back in its port, let's see. Let me pause that for a second. Right. You gotta twist it all the way to the right to get it back to there. This could be a little pain in the neck sometimes. Which direction? This one, it only does that. The bigger lens, it doesn't do it. So, and this goes right inside here. It's supposed to go right in there. It's hard to do with the left hand. Let me see if I can do it with my right hand. Now I have to unplug this. See, this goes right to my solar generator. This is thicker, type C. This is how I charge up this one here too. I'm building a smaller pack for the camera to use because the battery died on me filming in 4K. So come on, what's makes no sense. Okay, I got it in. The reason why I didn't put it on this, because I'm using my tripod mount. I mean, I could do it, but I don't feel like doing it. Wait, listen, this camera's good, okay? And I'm giving you my honest opinion. I'm not getting, nobody's paying me to say that. This is a good camera. I didn't get the Sony because I think it's overinflated, and I'm sure the Sony stuff is all right. If I'm Sony TV all the way, and Sony equipment. Other than that, they're good for audio equipment. I'm sure the camera. They just haven't been doing like this company's been. This company's a Japanese company too, but it has nothing to do with that. This with Nikon. Nikon, yeah. I'm not getting promoted. I'm not getting anything from saying that. I'm just saying they have good quality cameras. So here's your Type C. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Type C. They call that PD two for the computer. So this is what you charge it with. So this will go in there, and you charge it. So we can get it in there. Oh, let me pause it. I got it in. Ooh, let me get my finger away from there. Okay, see, that's it right there. Okay, let me pause. Okay, so when you push in the light came on, that means it needs to be charged. It's funny, I discharged it. I haven't used it. It's not on. Everything is turned off, and yet something's sucking the power. Well, anyway, right now I'm not going to worry myself about that. There's an HDMI mini. I have that connector. I have it because I had a laptop I got, and it had that feature, so I got the cable for that. Okay, and the mic is up here. Remember to use the black cable. Do not use the multicolor cable. I don't even know if I got the cable. Oh, okay, I have it here. Yeah. Do not use this, okay, with this camera. It will not work, and you will get no sound out of your free, expensive microphone that goes with this. And this is good. This is good for outside in the wind. I'm taking outside pictures. I'm still tweaking the camera for the settings I want. I know a lot of people are online who have the camera for many years, or the camera's only been out since 2022. So, and they have their own settings. Yes, a lot of them record in RAW with the pictures. Yeah, but then we get stuck with NEF files that Windows doesn't want to support. I had to get the plugins. So basically, you have to go to Nikon's site and download their free software to manipulate. There's also another camera, I think it's picture control or something like that. Number 2. So what that does, you can open up the image, and you can change it to vivid, monochrome. Some other channels, they sell their own little software, but Nikon has their own software. I mean, they do have some software that you have to pay for, and I use a free software on Windows. And by the way, I did buy a card reader. Yeah, I got this from Target. It said $30. The guy said no, you scan it. It was like $20. This is Type C into Type 3 adapter. If your laptop doesn't have it, so it's a card reader for SD and micro SD. Well, there was nothing I can do. I had to get something. The laptop I have here, there's no any connector for SD or micro SD on it. Well, we can't micro SD. They suggest not to use that. You must use a full, because the micro SDs, they don't last long, not like they used to. So I have to use SanDisk Extreme 200 megabytes. But remember, it doesn't move it at 200 megabytes, and that's another buzzword. Just like with the networking. It's they say 1 gig and it's really 600. They'll say 10 gig. So you guys getting into 10 gig routers and stuff like that. And when I used to work for a large multi, well, at the time they were 3 billion. Yeah. But their campuses are 5,000. Yeah, 5,000 connections. Each campus. That's a huge place. Anyway, I was the admin. I was the network admin, and we had to put in Cisco Catalyst switches, 24 and 48 port switches, and they support 10 gig, but unfortunately, the most we got out of those were 7 gig. So expect to have a 7 gig. So when they say, hey, we can get you up to 4 gig of speed, you're looking at with a 3 gig drop. So you're gonna look at what, 1 gig? At least gonna get 1 gig speed. So be careful with those buzzwords, okay? So what I'm saying now is this. Okay, the light went out. See, it's not the amber, so it's charged again. So this is a thick cable. I got these from another project I worked on. I can't say the company's name. both IT, and then the vice president. Well, he was one of the managers. We had a couple of vice presidents, and he was throwing it away. And I said, "Hey, can we have the cables?" The company always tells us not to take the cables, but if they offer it, and so we took. I grabbed a whole bunch. These cables. These cables charge much faster. This is Type C to Type C, and I have this hooked up to my solar. So this is coming from my solar generator. See, it's showing. What's it showing? 12. It's being charged as we talk to it anyway. So down here, this is a this is a quick charge. So this would be a Type 3, and up here is your PDA and Type C. And that's what this cable is going into. Yeah, I have it on. I have it on banana clips on the bottom there too. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I have it. I can have it extender. It's coming from that box in the back to my AVS generator, and the panels are right inside there. You really can't see it. Kind of camouflage. That's the panels. That's 140 watts, but the generator can handle 480 watts. I want to make a small mini one, maybe I don't know, 4 batteries stack in there. It should take 4. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus, I have to set the solar inverter and MPEG, MC4 negative and positive connector, so I can plug it into the solar generator to charge it, and charge this as a battery pack. Make my own. I know Small Rig makes battery pack for this, but and I think another one called Newer, and those are the other companies online. That make battery pack, and so the battery pack allows you to keep recording and not stop recording. You don't need dummy battery for this because you got Type C, so you can plug this into any. Say you got a Samsung or you got anything with a brick on it, you can plug it right in and keep going. The only problem is when you flip the screen, this is gonna block it though, so that's a drawback. This records in stereo. It sounds good to me. You gotta configure this. This has 3 user settings, so you have to set it up for the user settings, and that's what I did. I save everything to U1, and then U2 would be something else, another setting. It has automatic setting by default, but that is terrible. I can't use that. And like I said, those online helping you with that settings, that's settings that work for them. It might not work with you, so be careful. Learn up about each settings and what they're used for. You gotta know your ISO. You gotta know your auto whitening. You gotta know about the color. What do you want? How side do you want to record in RAW, or do you want to record in RAW plus JPEG? And you want to hook this up to your computer and get into. So this whole thing turns into a drive on your laptop, and then you can transfer the images from this to your SSD, EMC, whatever, USB, whatever you're using. It has to be fast media. I wouldn't put it on something slow. And then if you're gonna record in MPEG-4 or MOV, which is the standard that Apple was using. I think they're still using. Then if you're gonna send this over your network, so large 4K files are gonna be really huge. And Wi-Fi networks might not be able to handle it, even if you got Wi-Fi 6 or 7 or whatever generation you got. It might not handle it. It might start to choke, and it takes forever to upload. That's what I've ran into. So I switched to 1 gig up wired, because Wi-Fi does fluctuate. You know that. So, and I have business equipment here. I'm not using no toy that you get some plastic little router with several antennas on top. I'm using wired business gear. I did that because I had to, because I ran into so much issues with the plastic toys. I call them toys because they can't handle it. You should have a wired router, but see, you're not gonna see. The problem is a lot of you might have fiber, and that fiber they want you their equipment and their wireless and all that stuff, and you might have run into problems. So you can't have your own modem, and you know they're coming out with modem. I got 3.1 modem. That's pretty fast, but they're coming out with 4. Yeah, and that's supposed to give you multi bandwidth. Well, let's see. In theory, and everything's written on paper. So back to this. I don't want to get too far. So remember, that's for the HDMI Mini, and this is what you're plugged in here right now with. Okay, get a heavy duty tripod for this. Do not get anything cheap. The cheaper tripod heads would look like something like this. Okay, the better ones have the 360 with a ball on it, and they're not fluid, but they move smoothly. The fluid ones are even better. So you have the standard type, which looks like something like this. Then you have the next one is a ball and a 360 degrees turn. Most of them are using that. If you want smoother turns, then you're gonna want to go fluid head. And fluid heads tripods are gonna cost you, hundreds and up. It depends what you want. Well, but most of the professionals, that's what they're using. So, but if you're gonna just use this for your studio only, inside your studio, make sure you get extra lighting. They have reflector lighting. 16 by 16 or 19 by 19 or 19 by 28, whatever you need. And you might need 2 of them, depending on the size of your room. A 10 by 10 would need 2 of those. And you want to aim one behind you and another one on the ground and aim up towards you. So you get a good lighting. Okay. With this comes with advanced lighting features inside. Remember, this is mirrorless. This is not a DSLR, okay, which had mirrors in it. So this is mirror free. So there's some trade-offs. This does not have no optical viewfinder. You have to use the flip. And outside, you might find this flip uncomfortable. But imagine if you were using your smartphone to record all this time, you had to look at the screen, the selfie screen. Now, a lot of smartphones, the selfie screen is not 4K. Like on Apple 13, I don't know about the lower one, but Apple 13 and up, there's 4K recording on both, either the selfie or the frontal. So, but I'm recording this in 4K because I want to show you, and that's about it. Hopefully, it's recording in 4K. It better be recording. There's not much on the other side, but that's about it. So, if you get this, I recommend it. I'm not getting, nobody's paying me to say it. I recommend this. I can help you with it if you get one. Okay. The settings, again, it's up to you what you want. What are you going to do with it? If you're going to shoot outside, you better get the gimbal. So the gimbal, you mount it in a gimbal, and if you jump, the gimbal will keep it stable. You need 3 axles. One. They're going to cost you $200 and up. You might get it below 200. Make sure you get something that has a warranty. So that you put the gimbal. But you should get the cage for this. Small rig makes the cage. Nobody's telling me to say all these things. Okay, this is it. So you want the small rig cage for this. So you put it in a cage, and you'll be able to hook up this, the boom mic, and a light on this too. Right here, what you see, this extra furry stuff on here. That is the, what's that? That is the small rig for the stereo speakers on top to keep wind noise from coming in. I should show you the glove that has this stuff in it too. You'd be amazed. Hold on. Okay, so I bought this. Now you can see that this is similar to this. Very soft. Okay, don't worry about the eyes. Okay, yeah, I get creative for another channel. Yeah. So this is actually a glove. You can get this. This is a glove with this on there. Yeah, similar to that. So I was just showing you that. Here's my other camera. I have one of these Sony Cyber G series 16. This is 16x. I think this is 12 megapixels or something like that. I mean, it's not bad for what it could do, And you got the 3-inch screen. It's Sony, and it takes certain kind of batteries, and 32 gig of storage. I had an Olympus. I'm not gonna show you that; it's too big. So I got the Olympus, so it's too heavy. But this you can throw in your. If you're a woman, you can throw it in your purse. It's very easy to travel with this. Where the Olympus was bulky. The Olympus is like that, heavy. Oh yes, you're gonna need a case for this if you're gonna travel with it. Or even if you put it in a cage, and the cage has a handle on. Well, it doesn't come with a handle. You have to get the cage is going to cost you $150 to get everything for that to work it right. There's some companies out there for $59 you can get the whole cage. Yeah, but that's you can go that route. I don't know how well supported it is for features. But, I'm not promoting anybody's stuff. Small Rig makes everything for this. I mean, you don't have to use Small Rig. I mean, they get free plugins, right? But and this is their to make the tripod with the remote control. Which I haven't really got the remote to work. There's some limitations. I mean, it did come on. Remember, these cameras you can't pause it. So if you're gonna record, you're gonna record, and then you're gonna have to edit into video editing program to piece the pieces together. So that's how it's done, because it's not a regular video camera. It's a camera, and then the hybrid feature is video. Okay, so I was gonna go like I have this with this brand with the JVC. This is 30 gig hard drive in this, and takes SSD in the bottom. The only trouble is this is not high definition. This is low definition. So this is a video camera. Okay. And this one has the pop-out screen. I mean, they make things like this still. Panasonic, Sony, and this recorded in Dolby Digital. Look at that. Yeah, these don't record in Dolby Digital. These record DSP, Digital Sound Processor Unit. That is not the same as Dolby Digital. But you can enhance it. You can get enhanced. This had built-in light. This had a lot of features. This thing's heavy. I used to record in 2016 with this on my other YouTube channel. It was alright. But it was SD quality, not HD quality. It's a shame though. This 30 gig hard drive in this. I wonder what they use for a hard drive. It must be chip based. Yeah. But this too can record in 720p. This is what this goes up to. It's not bad. I mean, you get a good grip. A lot of people are going after this because they say, well, gee, why do I need this camera for? And why don't I just go with one of this? Well, yes, if you want to record in 4K, you're going to have to, you could try to upscale 720 or 1080p into 4K. But, whichever you want to do, you can go this route. This has telephone. I can't open it up because the battery's dead. I can't find the charger, and that's the trouble with that. I have to use generic charging batteries and stuff like that. But anyway, it does have, there's a port under here, but that's for audio and video. I don't think it came with it though. Yeah, there's not much hookups and stuff like that with this one. But this works though. Point and shoot and you fire. That you can control. See, if you're coming from this and you're going to this, then you're gonna see a big difference here. But it just has the same kind of settings. So these are very popular. People are using these. You could use that. You're not gonna get stereo. You're gonna get mono. Okay. This one is digital. Dolby Digital recording. Dolby Digital stereo creator. That's what this thing is. So, yeah. With a 30 gig hard drive in this and SSD. Yeah. Wow. This is 32 megapixel. Yeah, 32. That's the distance. Well, and this one is 16 on this one. Yeah. This has a hybrid system. Record video. It says record video and still images on the hard drive or on the SD card, which could go in the bottom here. I'm just showing this one here because this is vintage. I can't get this thing open. Yeah. This is using a SanDisk. Yeah, so I can use it. I can read that with this now. So this had the SanDisk. See, this came out down here. Oh, I didn't buy this. One of the ex-girlfriends. She left it behind. I think she bought it for a reason, but she never really used it. It's like brand new. You got your stereo microphone up in the front. I mean, gee, can this work? Oh, I charged up the battery, but it doesn't. Yeah, original battery died. They don't last forever. I think it's Nikon battery, but you can plug it in and use it, hooked up, and then that defeats its purpose. The connection's underneath, and it has extra connection here in the front. See, some plugs there. And the telephone's there. It's okay. I just want to show you. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. There's not much else to say. That's it. You get this. Charge up. The battery should be charged. You put your lens on. Follow the white. It snaps on. In the reverse, it snaps off. But you make sure it's in this position. You can get the extra lens for it too. That helps with lighting. Make sure you program it and save your settings. Let me show you. So we have, I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, you see them. It says you set it as U3 because the first sub blocks everything. And you can program that first button there where it says on and off. There's a button there. That could be your main shutter instead of using that little red thing. It's a pain in the neck. I'm so glad when I got able to reprogram that. A lot of people will say the same thing on Amazon too. Once you program it your way, that's it. Don't be discouraged and say, gee, this is whitewash and everything, because it's an automatic. You have to program it to use in your way. Okay, dokie. All right, this is fully charged. I'm gonna go videotape now. Those of you out there in tech world, we have a wireless access point, which is actually a wireless router, but it's access. I'm gonna be covering that. That's another feature video. There might be a video next videos for on that one we can use the this camera, the videotape, but that would be in 4K, so you can see how the camera is. All right, hey, thanks for watching. Do subscribe for more videos. Okay, thanks again.